Okay, we're going to do another video here with the Brady RFID handheld reader. It's actually, again, a Zebra hardware reader, but it's got Brady software, and the app is something that we use to create and to modify RFID tags for the commercial aerospace industry. And again, the icon for that app is there, and as you open it, it will connect to the RFID reader, and you can scan tags and read whatever's in your vicinity just by pulling the trigger. And that's not really what we want to do this time. In this video, we're going to talk about creating tags from scratch. So in this situation, we're really talking about these thicker, high memory tags that are used fairly commonly throughout commercial aerospace. We're going to program this without printing, right? It's just a handheld reader. So in this case, we won't be printing, but you could do the same thing here for hard tags, which again, you can't run through a printer. So you're going to use this application to encode those. And let's pick something here. I'm going to pick a MultiRecord tag, construct 2. That means we're going to have a part number in the EPC record itself. And when we use this program to create this tag, it gives us 2 data input forms. And you certainly can use the really small interface keypad to enter these manually, but we've come up with a better way to do that, we believe. And that is to use this web tool. Here's the URL for it. And whenever you use this tool to change, in this case, let's say I'm going to do a tag for passenger seats, and I want it to be construct 2, and I have various pieces of information that maybe I want to define for this. Maybe I don't want to have certain pieces of information there as well, right? Let's say it's not ESD sensitive, but I do have a hazmat thing that's going to be putting in a number, 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these things are then defined in this barcode here. And we use that one barcode to populate this form, which is a very short form, and this form, which is a much longer form. The fields that are in the form, or rather I should say, the fields that we see in the barcode that are not in the form are going to just simply be ignored when we scan. But we're going to be able to scan the exact same barcode into these fields, regardless of which tab we're at. So let's just go ahead and do that. So I'm going to scan right off the screen of my display. I'll switch to the birth record one. Sorry, I think I was in that one. Go to this one. Go back to birth record. Scan that. And now we can hit next. And it's going to be asking us to identify a new tag that's available to write. So I'm going to pull the trigger, and it finds a number of things in there. I'm going to pick this one, I believe is the one I want. I'll hit write. And if we picked properly, it will come back and say, oh, we picked incorrectly. So let's go back to this one, I think is what I should have picked. Yep. Now, because we had several tags in the vicinity, we can either clear out our region and only deal with one physical tag, or we can just lower the power either way. But it doesn't take long to create this high memory tag. And then when we go to read it, we'll now see we have this one here has this filter code of 24, which was the passenger seat that I selected. So I'll click on that, hit next. It'll read the tag. And it provides me the birth record, current data record, which comes from the birth record, scratchpad, which we didn't add anything, and part history, which we haven't added anything yet either. So there's our tag. We've created one. It's secured. It's locked where it needs to be locked, open where it needs to be open. And it still gives us the idea or the option here for adding pieces of information. Let's say we go into the part history record. At this point, you can go ahead and do the same process for filling out part history records, which we'll probably do in a separate video. But the idea here is the same. We're going to use this form to identify information in it, one composite barcode, and we're going to scan it into all of the data forms that are part of this app.